Wrapping up Wednesday's practice. Typically, we know what we do on Wednesdays, and guys did at a high level today, and with a really competitive 2-minute drill there at the ends. Want to give you injury updates first, so you guys have them. Cyrus is still day to day, as is Jawan Johnson. We see progress in both, still day to day. Jake will be evaluated later today, or early tomorrow, and Thomas Graham has been full go since early Tuesday. So I think that sums it up. Unless you have somebody else you want to ask about, and that being said, open questions.
With Jay continues to be evaluated, Mario, because you haven't specified this concussion protocol, because
he's being evaluated and assessed, and we'll get some information on him a little bit later today.
What kind of luxury is it to have Throckmorton in these situations with his versatility, and do you feel like there's any drop off at all with that?
Throck is a high level player. I think there's a reason there's a ton of NFL scouts in there every single day. He's one of the big reasons they are. He does it all well. There's no, if you watch Throck over the years and how he has graded out at center, guard, and tackle, it's almost identical at each position. So, and you know what? Should that be the case where he plays, we have complete faith and trust in Brady Yellow, who has played great football for us, as well as Stephen Jones, as well as Alex Forsythe. I mean, these guys have really played hard and worked hard. So we will go with whatever we're ready to go with.
Is tackle Throckmorton's strength, or can he play all three at that next level?
He could play all three.
Yeah.
In fact, just had a conversation with a couple of general managers in there about that. He, without question, he is the one guy, and in all these years of, sounds like a lot of years, I've been around forever, but in the years I've had a chance to be an offensive line coach and as a head coach, I have not seen a guy that handles all three positions like he does. He's a very special player.
What's Jones improved the most upon since you've started working with him?
Stephen Jones?
Yeah.
Well, he's a massive human being, so it's when you watch film, he almost like gobbles you up. It's hard to see the opponent because he's so massive. But this is what he's done. He's gotten his weight under control. Number one, he's really worked hard at that. Very athletic, but his fundamentals have really improved. So now his pass sets, his set lines, the way he comes to balance, the use of his hands, understanding leverage, all that stuff has gotten better. His run game productivity, now he's using his power because he's getting his feet in the ground. He's coming off the ball with a flat back. And his head placement, hat position in football is a really big deal, okay? And when you understand that and how it goes with your hand position as well, it helps you elevate your game, and he's done that. He's done a really good job.
If Throckmorton has to go at center, who's your backup at center, and then who's your backup in place of, I guess, probably Brady, that second string?
Well, we have three other guys that rep at center as well: Ryan Walk, Alex Forsythe, and Dawson Jaramillo. Okay, so those are three other guys that we have. So we work, in essence, probably 5 guys snapping the football should we have some type of emergency. And you know what? You always got to have them ready, right? Because if that does happen and you don't have a guy ready, it's hard to function.
Do you travel more centers this week because of that?
Most of them were already on the travel squad. We might add one more, but it seems that right now it works out with the numbers that we have. We're allowed to travel 74 in conference, and we're right now at that fringe 74 to 76. We're trying to figure out, from a special teams value as well as a position value, who are those 74 guys.
What have you seen from Costello in particular? Because again, talk about another guy who's been there forever. Certainly pretty familiar with him.
Yeah, that guy's he's going to play a long time. He's an excellent football player. Big, strong arm, great pocket awareness, mobility. I mean, he gets out of the pocket. He makes some really big plays. He extends plays. He's really, really accurate, strong arm, makes all the throws. That guy's really hard to stop. We've seen him firsthand up close, and we've seen what he's done also, with last season as well as what he started off this season doing. So we think he's a great football player. You got to be ready to play at your best.
If they have to turn to their freshman tackles, what is the challenge of that for your defensive line to prepare for? Because a lot of tape on older guys, but not very much tape on freshman tackles.
There's not a lot of tape, but these are guys that you kind of come across in recruiting. To me, those guys are just as skilled as any tackles in the country. I mean, they have a strong offensive line tradition. We certainly have studied them extremely well. Those guys are really talented football players that would probably be starting at some other programs. So all the respect in the world for them, and you're preparing for them just like you would for, a great player like Walker Little. There's a reason he's there. He's probably the next one, right, to replace Walker. So, but they've got really, really good offensive linemen.